I had to talk about this subject because after so many hours of talking to my clients, I've concluded most of you men are over sexualized. You value sex from a woman more than you value yourself. That's totally unacceptable. But most of you men have a problem and you don't want to talk about it, right? In your mind, there's always something that makes you think about sex. Now, not your goals, not building a better life, not self-love, just sex. This is not about shame at all. Like, I'm not shaming you, right? You're a man, so I get it, right? But it's not about saying desire is even bad, because I don't want to say that either. It's about control. Because when you cannot control your thoughts control you. And today in this video, we're going to talk about things that trigger your thoughts and how to fix them. This is a great episode. You guys tune in. Number one, right? The problem. This is the problem, right? So using sexual thoughts to escape feelings. See, most men do not look at sex content because they're overly sexual. They do it because they feel uncomfortable, right? And you do it to make yourself feel good, right? When you're stressed out, when you're bored, when you're lonely, when you're nervous, when you're tired. Your brain looks at something that feels good fast. Sexual content gives you a quick, good feeling. Your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is what makes you feel good, right? It's the chemical balance, right? For a moment, you feel better. But the real problem is still there, right? So the brain learns a bad lesson. When life feels hard, escape instead of fixing it. Over time, this becomes a habit. And habits slowly take over your life. And not only does it take over your life, but it bullies your life. And what I mean by that, you'll start seeing a huge decline in your purpose, your goals, your aspirations, and so many things that you had your mind set on, but you will start to crash because it takes over your life, right? Let's talk about this. When life is not so fun and it's boring, the brain looks for fake excitement. Here's the hard truth. It's easier to fall into sexual habits when you're unhappy with your life. And this is the truth. A lot of you men reach for women for comfort and desire and your BFF, and you haven't fell in love with yourself, right? When you're unhappy, things like you don't like your job, you're a little bit out of shape, you're feeling like you're not in shape, you feel lonely, you feel lost about your future. You feel lost. Your brain wants excitement. If real life feels dull, it looks like fake excitement, right? Sexual content becomes like porn and stuff. It becomes a quick thrill. But fake excitement makes real life feel more boring, right? You stop chasing goals because Easy pleasure always wins out. And we're breaking this down today, gentlemen. We've only tipped the iceberg. Click the like button for me so that this video can go to many men that needs this type of help. Let's talk about how to remove the triggers around you, right? You have to remove the triggers around you. So today's apps are made to keep your attention. The Instagrams, the Facebooks, the OnlyFans, it don't matter what app. They're designed to keep your interest. They learn what you watch. They learn. They show you more of it, right? That's the truth. Instagram videos and social media can become traps, right? You must clean your environment. And you know what I mean by clean your environment. Just like you remove junk food from dieting and remove bad content from your phone, you got to do it, right? Unfollow accounts that trigger you. Reset your Explore page, right? Block certain websites. Really. Block certain websites. Stop watching content that leads you down a bad path. This is not a weakness, right? This is discipline. Strong men protect their own focus. Their own focus. Stop eating empty dopamine. Let me explain this. Think of sexual strolling like junk food. Just like bad food, fast food, whatever y'all call it. It feels good for a moment, right? But it gives you nothing. It does not teach you skills, build confidence, improve your life, make you stronger. It doesn't. It only wastes energy. So real dopamine comes from effort. Real dopamine comes from effort. You earn it by working out, learning something new, finishing hard tasks. And that's always a big one right there. Finishing hard tasks is a big one. Building something meaningful. Improve your life. Improving your life. Easy pleasure makes you weaker. Earned pleasure makes you a lot stronger. That's the truth when it comes to everything, right? And also use your technology right. Technology can be good or bad, but technology normally is bad. But using it without control is dangerous. So many of you men are very, very weak up to immediately anything that strolls, that catches your eye, you just fold to it. Many of you are pretty weak, right? But also, you're so addicted to your phone. Like a lot of you guys just wake up, check your phone right away. Notifications control your day. Take your power back. I want y'all to try this. Really, really try this. And I know this is going to be difficult for a lot of you guys to hear, right? Put your phone on airplane mode when you're working. Just put it on airplane mode, right? Use app timers. Those are the ones that lock your apps up after a certain amount of time. Turn off your Wi-Fi sometimes. Take planned breaks. Planned breaks and get away, right? When distractions go away, your mind becomes calm. And most of the time, when your mind becomes calm, you think better. You think better, gentlemen. You think better, right? And when you get your social media out like that, you replace the habit with better actions, right? You can't just stop a habit. You must replace it with something. When urges come, your brain wants relief. Give it something better, right? And I personally, I meditate, about 20 or 30 minutes a day every day when I wake up. They also do things like relax you a little bit with some deep breathing, stuff like that. And, just going to the gym in general. You go to the gym, that's great too. Also, those who can't go to the gym, read a book, right? Read a book, journal, write down your thoughts, but, and just be around your homies. That's a good thing too. Just being around the homies sometimes can get you away, get your mind away, right? And if you don't got no homies, man, like I always tell y'all, man, find it in yourself. But I want you to think about that before acting, because most urges pass if you wait. Each time you choose a better action, your brain grows stronger. Your brain grows stronger. Number 7, what changes when your mind clears? Look, this is what changes when your mind clears, right? When sexual thoughts stop running your mind, life changes. Life changes, right? You're gonna, I promise you're off top. You're gonna just see this off top. It's just, you're gonna have more free time, right? You're gonna be sharper, laser sharp focused, right? You're going to have a really, really fresh, clear thinking, right? You're going to have a lot more stronger self-respect, right? And you're going to have way more confidence. I promise you that. Way more confidence. You also become better in any type of real relationships because your mind is focused and you don't have these weaknesses, right? The more you understand how it builds you as a person, the better you'll be, right? You'll listen more, you'll connect more, you'll feel more present, right? Your energy is no longer all over the place, right? It becomes a focus. And focused energy builds powerful men. They do. They build powerful men. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, this is the truth. The truth, this takes time. It's not going to be overnight, right? This is not a quick fix. You will not change in a week, right? You won't. I mean, some of you will, you could, because you guys are strong-minded, but a lot of you all won't change in a week. Your brain has to learn these habits, your new habits, and get rid of your old habits from years that you've had, right? Change takes patience. Some days it's going to be extremely hard. Extremely hard. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be so hard that you're going to doubt yourself, but you have to look in the mirror and choose yourself. You may slip sometimes. That does not mean failure. It means you're learning. You're just learning. Straight up, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, every time you try again, you become stronger. You become stronger. So what is that? What is the big thing we've learned, right? This journey is not about removing sexuality. It's not. It's about gaining control. You choose when and where your energy goes. Stop living by impulse and start living by purpose. When a man controls his relationship, he controls his future. That is the truth. When you control your attention, he controls his future. De-sexualizing your brain means taking your life back. That's the truth. Stop escaping it. You start building. You start reacting, right? And you start leading. Because the moment you control your mind, you begin to control your life. That is the truth. My name is Mr. 1950, the last traditional man on the planet. Hit me up for a session, Mr1950.com. Also, hit me for the membership, gatewaytogame.com. My name is 50, and I'm out. Peace.